What's going on, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. This is Wrestlemania weekend, and if you ever catch the latest episode of the Respect the Combat podcast, we had touched on what's going on Wrestlemania weekend. So if you guys want to go check that out, it's on Spotify and other uh, podcast platforms and everywhere. But for the Tricology News Talk, we're only going to discuss what's going on at the actual show of shows, WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is WWE's the Super Bowl. So that's kind of like the big thing that we're going to discuss today. We got a movie review for you guys today, and we're going to touch on other news and rumors and other stuff. So let's get into these mainstream news real quick, and then we'll get into the big stuff. So first off, as we're getting closer to the opening of the Tron Lego Cycle Run coaster at Magic Kingdom and at Walt Disney World Resort. So, as you guys already know, when they put out new rides, they will be doing the virtual queue. So I have the virtual queue procedure of how you be able to get a chance to ride the Tron Legacy Cyber Coaster. So the first batch will be released at 7 a.m. You don't need to be in the park. Only admission is required, and park pass is required. So when it gets to like 7 a.m. on the dot, then that's when you have to quickly get start getting that virtual queue time. So when is your time? So when is the time for you to go to the park, and you know exactly what time you need to be there in order to get into the ride. So yeah. So the second batch will be released at 1 p.m. So that you must have to be in the park, because even if you got a part to part ticket, that won't start until like around 2 p.m. So I would say when 1 p.m. second batch starts, you need to be in the park with an admission required and a park pass required. So you have to be in the park so in order to get that be in contention with the second batch. So once 1 p.m. Hits on the dot, then that will be your chance to get into the second batch release. And then lastly, on select nights, the third batch was released at 6 p.m. But that's only for those who are staying at a Disney Deluxe hotels. That's for the Disney Deluxe guests and other select resort hotels with an extension even hours. And you don't need to be in the park to get that spot at either. So that's the virtual queue procedures as when it comes to the Tron Life Cycle Run coaster. So you guys have a little notes of what's going on there. So at least you guys will have that. And then continuing with some Disney news. So on April 22nd, which is also Earth Day, Disney Animal Kingdom will be celebrating its 25th anniversary. 2023 marks a huge milestone for Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park as it celebrates its 25th anniversary. With the return of entertainment such as Festival of the Lion King and Finding Nemo, the Big Blue, and beyond, there has never been a better time to explore a one-of-its-kind park. It is a place to encounter wild animals, take in high-speed thrills, and even a journey to a world beyond belief. Even Pandora, the World of Avatar. Make your plans now to visit a special place that celebrates the magic of nature. And speaking of magic of nature, Animal Kingdom will be hosting a new meet and greet featuring Moana. Now, I think this is a way in order to like the guests to be not only be able to get to do a meet and greet for Moana, but it's also a marketing strategy to let everybody know that a Moana attraction is coming to Epcot. So I kind of understand like I kind of understand why they didn't go do the meet and greet at Epcot because it kind of feels out of place because Epcot is more science fiction. But when they start to open that particular land and attraction for Moana, then we'll probably get the meet and greet. Go to Epcot instead of Animal Kingdom, but it's good to have it at Animal Kingdom because I know like in the future when they start to expand more of Animal Kingdom, then we'll probably get that rumor of Moana Land that they was proposing. But we'll probably hear more the next time when they do the D23 Expo. So yeah, so hopefully we get more news on there. But yeah, a Moana meet and greet is coming soon to Disney's Animal Kingdom. And then continue on with some Disney news. Disney's 100 celebration starts in late 2023. So later on this year, Walt Disney World Resort will join the global celebration of the Walt Disney Company's 100th anniversary. 10 decades of creativity and innovation. Look for more details to come as Epcot prepares to host its unforgettable celebration at Walt Disney World Resort. So we already know Epcot is going to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of Walt Disney Company, but what are they going to do with Magic Kingdom? So I would say they can take off the 50th anniversary for Walt Disney World Resort itself, and then start putting the 100 Years of Wonder on the Cinderella Castle as marked as the celebration for the 100 years of Walt Disney Company. So they can do that as well. So I'm hearing there's going to be new fireworks nighttime edition coming soon to Epcot and also at Magic Kingdom. So hopefully we get more details on that later on this year. And speaking of the nighttime spectacular at Epcot, here's some further details here. Guests will be treated to the debut of an all-new Epcot nighttime spectacular later on this year. A dazzling display of music, pyrotechnics, laser, and lighting. The show will feature an original composite and innovative selections of the Disney songbook, all wavered together to remind us we are more alike than different. So that's your little hint there of what the new nighttime spectacular at Epcot is going to be. So hopefully we get a good preview of what that nighttime spectacular is going to be. So that's all the Disney news there. So let's get into some movie news. So Chris Pratt took to Twitter, and this is coming from the Hollywood handle, and they said Chris Pratt promised an exciting post-credit scene for the Super Mario Brothers movie. And this is coming from Chris Pratt himself, and I quote, "Listen, there's like at the end of the film, there's a post-credit sequence that gives you a taste of what the sequel could be. And that gets me very, very exciting. But there's a talk of Luigi's Mansion. That could be interesting. That was a GameCube game, and I think it would be great." So with that post-credit scene, there's a hint that a sequel could be coming, and it will be focused more on Luigi. That sounds good. I really like that. So but I think my question is, does that post-credit scene? How many post-credit scenes does it got? Does it got one? Does it have a mid-credit scene as well? We don't know. We just know that there is a post-credit scene. So that give us a head notice to stay after the credits. So yeah. So but everything that Chris said about the post credits, saying that that a sequel could be coming soon, and it's gonna be focused on Luigi's Mansion. So I can't wait, man, and I'm excited to see the Super Mario Bros. Next week. I'm excited for that. And then the last mainstream news that we're gonna talk about is the Pennywise got recast for the Pennywise series. So, as you guys already know, Bill Skarsgård, of course, played the iconic killer clown in the Machetes 2 movies, but he reveals in a new chat that Jake takes that this is a moment where he is not involved in the series. And this is coming from Bill Cosby himself. We'll see what they come up with and what they do with it. I am currently not involved in it. Schedule explains to the show. If someone gets to play Pennywise, my advice is to make it your own. Have fun with it. What I thought was so pleasurable about that character was how incredible abstract he was. The book is really a gift that way. So man, hopefully we get more details on the on um on the series and who's going to be the new Pennywise. So hopefully we get more on the details on that. But that's all the mainstream news I have for you guys. So let's get into our first two main topics for today, and that is like I said before, it's WrestleMania or weekend, and you already know it's WrestleMania 39. Yes, can you believe it? It's WrestleMania 39. And this year WrestleMania, it goes Hollywood, and this will be the sixth time that WrestleMania is being held in the great state in Los Angeles, and the seventh time that will be held well in the city of Los Angeles, and the sixth time in the city of Los Angeles, excuse me, and the seventh in the state of California, which 31 was held in San Francisco. So yeah, and then WWE wrestler The Miz will be served as the host of the event. So this year's WrestleMania will be at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, and it will be split into two nights. And I have the card here, what both nights are looking like. So here's night one. We have Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control of Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky in a 6-woman tag team match. Then we got the men's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way tag team match with Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Martez Ford versus the Alpha Academy of Chad Gable Orders versus the Viking Raiders of Eric and Ivar. Then we got father and son with Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Then we got Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And then the Usos, Jimmy and Jay versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. So that's night one. So, and then let's look at night two. We have a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship with Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Then we got a Hell in a Cell match with Edge, the Brood Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor. Then we have the Women's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Then we have Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, Brock Lesnar versus Omos, and then Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. So that's your match card for this year's WrestleMania. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of this year's WrestleMania, and give me your full predictions as well. But yeah, that's WrestleMania there. So and then let's get into our movie review today. And we're going to touch on Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. And this one was directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis DeLay. And this one stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Regina Page, Justin Smith, Sophia Litters, and Hugh Grant. So, and this is about a group of outcasters trying to find their way, the way everything is going on. Everyone has their own story in telling, but yeah, so they go on this epic quest to retrieve a lost asteroid, but things go dangerously acquired when they run a fool in the hands of the wrong people. So going into this movie and seeing all the trailers and all that stuff, a lot of people are saying it was gonna be terrible and it was not gonna be good and all that other stuff. But going once I saw the reviews and everything it got good reviews and I was surprised there. I'm like, hold up, now I really got to see this. So I went in with my first mind saying like, oh, nah, this ain't true. This ain't true. This wasn't really that good. And then coming out of it, I realized it was really good for what it was. It kind of felt like a 80s B level movie, and if we didn't had IMAX XD Dolby Cinema sort of screening, um this would be a matinee type of movie that people will go at a matinee time. But luckily since we do have IMAX and Dolby Cinema and SD 40X and ScreenX, all that stuff, and we get to see all the visual effects and everything, but it was totally worth it to watch it in those screenings. And the visual effects here was great. The action sequence was great. Even the comedy in this movie was great. And Chris Pine and the guy from from Bridgerton, those I felt like those two were the comedic actors in this movie, and this on the screen chemistry that these two guys had was really good as well. Michelle Rodriguez was great. Justin Smith was great. Sophia Litter was great. Chris Pine played a bard, and then Michelle Rodriguez was a barbarian. The guy from Bridgerton was a paled. Justin Smith was a magic sorcerer, and then Sophie Litter was a shapeshifter, kind of like Beast Boy from Teen Titans. So yeah, and the only downfall I would say in this movie was I didn't care. I didn't really care for the villains in this movie. I really didn't. So that would be my only downfall here. But other than that, I like how they explore the world, everything in this movie. I like how they done that. The action, like I said, the action scene was great. The comedic here was great. It flowed really good with the comedy and the action sequence and everything. It kind of flowed well. So yeah, it was really good. So I'm giving this movie a B letter grade with also a 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's how I get this movie. So yeah, it's worth it definitely worth watching in a IMAX 4D screening in order to see that those action sequences and those visual effects and everything. So it'll be worth watching on that. And yeah, it was really good for what I expected, and I didn't expect it to be really that good, but it was, and that's all I have for you guys today. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything I discussed today. And if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new videos are uploaded. And of course, if you're listening to me on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast audio platform, Don't forget to follow me there as well. And other than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off. Peace.